Our next performer is Neil Ellis Orts. You may remember him from earlier in the program. And he is going to be, his work is inspired by dimensions of the heart: physical, romantic, and spiritual. Neil.
Tell me, how can you mend a broken heart? One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. $43. Subsequent doctors and nurses would look at my medical record and say, that's really young for something like that to happen. So it all began one morning as I was going to work. I felt this odd sensation, not really a pain, but a unusual feeling under my armpit. I worked in a bookstore then, so I went to the medical book section and pulled down a book and looked up my symptoms. And the closest match said that the symptoms should go away after about 12 to 15 minutes. Well, at that point, it had already been about 3 hours. So I gave it 45 more minutes. I figured once I knew the rules, it would follow in place, right? Eventually, I sidled up to one of my managers and I said, in my calm, even voice, I don't want to alarm anyone, but I think I might be having a heart attack. So later in the emergency room, I'm all hooked up with all these wires and sensors, and they give me this nitroglycerin pill under my tongue, which gives me this horrible migraine headache. EKG is fine, blood work is fine, everything's fine. So at the end of the day, the ER doctor says, I really don't think this has anything to do with your heart, but if you were my brother, if you left now, I'd be angry. Why don't you spend the night and have a stress test in the morning? All right. So the next morning, I'm on this treadmill. And again, I have all these sensors all over me, and I'm running on the treadmill, and I'm looking just like Lee Majors in the opening credits of The $6 Million Man. Except that I had this pain that is becoming stronger, becoming more intense. And I'm telling there's all these people around me. I'm like, it's starting to hurt really bad now. They're like, give us another minute. I'm not kidding. It hurts really bad now. 30 more seconds. So after they've got me off the treadmill, they tried to give me another nitroglycerin pill, and I said, that gave me a headache that was worse than the pain in my side. And they said, yeah, but the headache won't kill you. Oh. Fair enough. So later in that day, they gave me the report on it, said that, looks like you might have a little blockage. The next morning, we'll do a catheterization the next morning and get a closer look. Now, if you don't know about heart catheterization, it's basically a puncture wound in your groin, and they send this thing up the major artery there. And if they don't have that sealed off right, you can bleed out like that. No big deal. So I'm laying there in this room where they're giving me a puncture wound, and I can watch all this on a monitor up here. Yeah, I was awake. And it's kind of like being your own science show. So I'm laying there and I'm watching this on the monitor, and they say, okay, we're going to inject you with this ink or something, and you're going to feel this rush of warmth. So, okay. And so they shoot it up my torso, and I feel the heat hit my heart, and then it disperses across my chest and into my arms and dissipates as it gets farther from my heart. It was awesome. I don't really do drugs. I do drugs. But I don't really do drugs. But if it weren't for the danger of the puncture wound, I would do that recreationally. It was like... Anyway, they come around to me and they say, Mr. Orts, you have a completely blocked artery on your heart. I'm like, who knew? Like, well, we're going to see if we can open it up with a stent or if we have to do open heart surgery. I said, well, the former, please. Cardiologists don't really have much of a sense of humor, it seems. And they kind of scowled at me. It's like, yes, of course. And walked away. They went and talked about me behind my back. And they finally came out, and some amazing doctor did this amazing thing and opened my heart with a stent. Afterwards, the nurses and orderlies are looking at my chart, and they're saying, wow, that's amazing. Who is this? This guy? Wow. And of course, subsequent doctors and nurses would say, that's really young for something like that to happen. It's a heartache. Nothing but a heartache. Hits you when it's too late. Hits you when you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. Jill said the clogged artery on my heart was the physical manifestation of my sort of reserved nature. That if I would love more freely, if I had a more, wait for it, open heart, this wouldn't have happened to me. And I'm all like, whatever, Jill. I mean, there are societies where the heart is not the central, the center for emotional life, right? Some societies place that emotional center in your gut, which made me wonder if I lived in that society, if I would just be constipated. But it is an interesting question. I have something on my toe here that's really bugging me. So it's an interesting question, though. I do believe that the emotions affect the body and the body affects the emotion because they're not really separate, or at least that's how I understand it. And so I started wondering, I love a good scapegoat. So I wonder if some of the guys who broke my heart, if they were responsible for my literal broken heart. Like the guy who said, man, you really know how to hold a guy as he was pushing me away. Or the high-functioning alcoholic liar. I'd really like to blame them for all this. But I guess that cuts both ways. I mean, there's a few men that I've rejected over the years. So, have I given any of them heart disease? Or constipation? Right. Misha mused, I wonder if we all simply die of a broken heart. Create in me a clean heart. Oh God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. And so liturgical metaphor becomes literal petition. Create in me a clean heart, O God. And we're not talking about sin anymore. We're talking about cholesterol. And those are really different things. I think. Maybe. So I have a dirty heart. And I have a holy stint. And blessed prescriptions. You know, my doctor said, people, when we were kids, people who had what you had would be dead by now. I mean, even if they survived the initial event, they wouldn't have lived as long as you had. So, you know, let's hear from modern medicine, huh? And holy stents and blessed prescriptions, which cost me more than money, I can tell you, but it keeps the blood moving. You know, every day is a mercy. Even with heart disease, every day is a mercy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 54, and counting. Still counting. Please and thank you, still counting.